All right, cool. Awesome.
Hey, welcome everybody. Today we're here, PPR Tyler. We are gonna do a BBM. Everybody knows them, and I look forward to it. We
Yeah, man. Let's
we
freaking
were
go.
we were just looking through the teams that we drafted before, and they were puppies. I thought it was a BBM, but it was a puppy. And do you still have it up?
No, I just closed it.
Okay,
I
I'll
can get it real fast. I can get it real fast.
yeah, it
Here we
won't
go.
take that long. But it was a Genty Bowers start with
Yeah, here we
it
go.
was pretty wild. We had T Higgins fall back to us.
Yeah, Genty Bowers start with T. Higgins at 32, Moore at 41, Ridley, Golden, Mooney, Noel, Wicks, and we drafted Thornton in the puppy. So good thing that contest is closed because we're going to be one of the only teams with some Thornton
Yeah,
most
yeah,
likely.
yeah. I mean, there's probably 5% of the field was drafting them in slows at the end, but like that's still
Mm,
super low owned, right?
yeah, exactly. And you got Caleb, Love,
Yeah,
Gino. So a lot of stacks on this
and
team.
and a lot of those Thornton teams from the slows probably didn't have Bowers, right? So like
Yeah,
we'll actually have full team correlation with it.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, I will go ahead and we'll try to enter a 30-second one. We'll see what it looks like. Let me remove the stage real quick. You say Tower is tonight this week, right?
Yes, Tavel Tower is on BBG's channel this week. And that is at 6 p.m. Central. So I'll go over there. And then we're going live on the Tavel Tower channel, which you should be subscribed to. That channel has 226 subs. As soon as we get to 300, giving away another BBM. So go over there on the Tavel Tower channel, sub there. And BBG hasn't streamed since Tavel Tower last week, I believe. I don't think he streamed since Saturday. He's sticking to his word. He's going to be more locked in on his his
Yeah,
life rather than streaming, which is honestly probably a really healthy thing to do. So make sure you guys,
that's good for him.
yeah, that's probably just drives the demand for BBG, which overall helps Typhel Tower. So I'm fucking for it, to be honest.
Right. Waiting for one 30-second BBM.
Yeah,
So,
very good.
yeah, I mean, that's good for him. Like, I think he was getting burnt out on it anyway. Cause, I mean, he's literally, like, while he was out, like, he's done nothing but stream and draft.
Yeah, yeah.
So a nice, healthy break, at least. Like, not like a massive break, but I think he'll get back into wanting to do it a lot here soon. But
Yeah. He'll miss it. I think he'll miss it. He says he
yeah,
won't. I think he will. I think he'll be like, fuck, man, I just want to get on stream right now. Like, I don't know. Maybe he won't. I don't know. He's, also too, this font you have on here is pretty cool. On the StreamYard thing? Was that a new font?
what?
You just pulled up a comment. The font for like the StreamYard comment looked pretty good. That doesn't look like mine. It's a little,
I think if you go into your uh like your what's it called, your branding, you can
yeah.
set up your font. And I think it
Oh, let's
actually
play around with that.
changes. I think it like I never noticed that it was different than other people's,
Mm-hmm.
but I was messing around with my font on there just for fun, and that must be what it is
Gotcha.
because I believe that's the font I have set
Yeah.
up.
All right. Looks nice. Looks nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. Some people,
yeah,
at the end of the day, some people are. I mean, some people are built for the everyday thing. Some people aren't. It's pretty apparent who is and who is not. So it's just, it's just one of those things, man. It's one
shots
of those
fired.
things.
And we got forget the name. He joined yesterday. He was the first time in the stream. He got in all three drafts. Doctor won the professor.
Yeah,
He got the two
David.
spot. David, that's
Yeah,
right.
David. Yeah.
He hadn't made it. Once I write it down, like physically write it down, I usually remember them. But I didn't get to that yesterday. We got the 6. The 6 is a nice little spot. Like I feel like you have good value the entire draft.
This is a very badgeless draft. It's us, David, are the only red badges in a BBM. Dude, I'm telling you, the 30 seconds, I think, are plus EV. I'm so serious.
Yes,
I
I
think,
agree.
dude, I think because I was talking about this yesterday. I was in a puppy but Superflex 30-second room, and I got a fucking crazy team. Like I got Josh Allen at 3 with Genty falling back to me, who fell 4 picks. So like it's a hard combo to get because Allen had to fall 2 and Genty had to fall 4. So that was really cool. And then Penix fell like 10. Like you just get in some of these weird rooms and some weird stuff can happen. So I think this might be one of those. Hopefully, it's one of those rooms.
I actually don't think that's what's going on. I think the quote unquote casual drafters have started in already because I'm seeing it everywhere. Like how it is drafting on DK where people just taking quarterbacks at random, random people fall. It's in every contest I've been doing. So like it's with that being said, I'm actually leaning heavy into like elite or quarterback right now. Or I'm trying to if I can, just because like it's so much easier than just getting sniped and having to backstack. Like I built 3 teams today that's like Bryce Young to was Tyler Shuck because like I just had to try to backstack stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
And I wonder if that's what's going on right now. Did you read my poll question?
I did. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was a fun poll one. It's just like usually it's like slap a like, and then you write some fun in there. But you're actually asking questions, unlike everybody else who does the polls. I'm good with Gibbs.
Sounds good. Yeah. I've drafted plenty of Puka.
You love Puka. I know you fucking love Puka, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, what receivers in the first round? Like, all of them have the ability to be wide receiver 1, but if Puka has a 17-game season, like, what's the likelihood he's not top 5?
Yeah, what was his average points per game last year? Ranked? Do you know?
It was
looking right now. I got it up right here. He was wide receiver 6 last year in average points per game, but that's including Godwin, who smaller sample size. So honestly, I'd probably give him wide receiver 5 for points per game. T Higgins, was up there too. So
right, and I mean T had one more game than him. And if you want to count Godwin, Rashid Rice, like I don't count Rashid Rice's doesn't pop up there because he technically played the 4th game, but he had 0 targets and he got his knee blown up in that first quarter.
Yeah, so over 3. It's actually looks like he was the 14 with the 4th game.
Well, he's actually number 2 last year in points per game if you remove that game.
Yeah. So
but basically he's top 10 or whatever, right? With gigantic ceiling, like no matter what. And he wasn't even healthy when he played fully, like for part of it, right?
Yeah.
So, I built some weird team. Like I took him at 101. I've got 2 more poodles to do because I can't really draft much on the weekends. And it looks like it's going to fill by tomorrow. Like, but I've taken him at 101. I've taken him at 102. I've taken him at 104. I have 2 McBride teams. One of them I got T Higgins, McBride, and got Burrow back at 71. It's a pretty fun team with Puka. Like that's going to be very unique overall with Puka.
Yeah, I would say like I don't know. You're not scared of Devontae like at all. Like Devontae could just like I wouldn't be absolutely shocked if Devontae outscored Puka. Like I wouldn't be like I'm not projecting it, but like if I had to lay a percentage chance of what would happen, I'd probably say like 25% the chance Devontae outscores Puka.
I'm not even going to argue that. Like my point is like, okay, we got Gibbs. Do we want to go Bowers? Do we want? I don't like Rasheed here being a time.
Sort by ADP real quick. Sort by ADP.
It's same.
Yeah, shit. Let's go Bowers. Fuck it. We did Bowers last time. Let's go Bowers again. We're just gonna every team you and I have is gonna have Bowers.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of get forced into a pick there. JT like forces you into double running back, right? Obviously, and I kind of like if Chase Brown comes back, like I love Chase Brown there. I don't really necessarily want to start that way, but I'm willing to do whatever.
Yeah.
So
nice there.
And Slayton's actually like we've been talking to my chat about it, and I just think that there's a very solid chance that Stafford throws for 35-ish touchdowns this year.
Okay.
And if he throws for 35 touchdowns, like, would it shock you if it's like 15-12 or 13-13 or something like that? Like, and if Puka adds 13 touchdowns, like gets 13 touchdowns, because he's not really had that many. Like the same. Let's look it up real quick. I can't remember how many he had last year, but it wasn't like a ton. Yeah, 3. and he only had 6 that first year.
Yeah.
If
Well,
that comes up,
that's the thing, though. It's like Cooper Kupp has historically been like their red zone guy, and like they want to run the ball in the red zone too. That's why Kyron's been such a good pick.
Yeah.
But like Cooper Kupp's like the red zone guy. He's the guy who like you kind of know what like he's gonna get open. He's gonna identify the defense. Like that's kind of been his MO, at least like throughout his career. Like he's the red zone guy. He's the guy that Stafford's gonna trust down there. From just like a route running perspective, because I would say Cooper Kupp was like even toward the end of last year, but like Cooper Kupp's always been like the route running guy, where it's like get open type of deal. Puka's more like the explosive stuff, yak kind of guy rather than just like the pure route guy. Devontae feels a lot more stylistically to Kupp than he does to Puka, and I feel like and like one of the things Devontae has always been good at is the red zone stuff. So I feel like Devontae could be like just have more touchdowns than Puka because he's like he could be the go-to guy in there. We could even start with like Odell. You know, when Odell was like there that Super Bowl year, it's like he was kind of still like just one of their go-to guys down there. It's like I just feel like Devontae stylistically fits more what McVay wants to do in the red zone than Puka. Not to say that Puka, can't do any of that stuff, but I don't know. Devontae could be the man this year.
I actually agree. Like, I fully agree with that. I just think that there is a chance that Puka, let's say Puka has the 10 touchdowns and Devontae has the 15. Mm-hmm. But Devontae has,
Rice is a smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Room.
There we go. See?
But
badges.
I just think that like with Puka, if he's healthy every game, and as I think it was Jeff T said, he admits his play style is conducive to injuries, which I totally get. Mm-hmm. But if he puts up his rookie numbers and has 10 touchdowns instead of 6, like he's probably a guy you're going to need.
Yeah.
And not unlike the rest of them. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I believe in Sean McVay. I believe that having a second elite receiver is actually a positive for a guy normally. Mm-hmm. Are you knocking Jamar Chase because T. Higgins is there kind of thing?
Yeah.
And are we positive that Joe Burrow is just a better quarterback than Matt Stafford? Like he's probably a little better, but like how much better?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Honestly, yeah, the Bengals and the Rams kind of feel like a similar team. You know what I mean? Like two guys up top, weird ass running back.
Yeah,
questionable defense. Actually, Rams defense kind of good, but
actually, Rams defense was only good in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Puka is the shooting guard, making his own plays. Devontae is the center. Yeah. No, and I don't I have 11% Puka after doing this because I have 11 shares of them out of, I think it's 18 drafts now.
Yeah.
But I think having a fun little stand is just something to do in those tournaments. If I think that Puka and CD should be viewed very similarly. And everything you said about Devontae Adams, and George Pickens are pretty similar. Devontae, obviously, the better talent, but there's a lot more risk of offensive play calling and all that stuff with Dallas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, with another really good wide receiver going there to Dallas, nobody's dropping CD Lamb in rankings, but everybody talks about Puka Nacua being dropped, and worry about that. Whenever I think that with Sean McVay, we know that offense is going to cook, right? Yeah. We know it's going to cook as long as health is there. So, I think we're both thinking the same thing here.
Yeah. We'll see. So Money Mike does. I don't know if Money Mike is passing up on Lamar.
I don't think Money Mike will, yeah.
Money Mike's definitely going Lamar. I like J-Mo, though.
J-Mo? Okay.
J-Mo or Smith, both those guys, I like them. Yeah.
I haven't been getting to a lot of J-Mo.
Dude, I'm so mad at myself because there is audio evidence of this, not even video evidence of this. So I fucking love Jameson Williams.
Okay, so yeah, we're good.
Go J-Mo. I loved Jameson Williams coming out of Alabama. I was banging the table for this guy on a podcast called Fantasy Football Micros. If anybody in here knows who Paul Charchian is, I went on a couple of, he's in Minnesota. I'd go to his house. We shoot some podcasts. They're called Fantasy Football Weekly is his big show. We did these micro shows where we'd film like 5 players, 5 sit down, record 5 players. This is before I was putting out any fantasy content, at least like on over the airwaves or anything. I'd written a couple stuff, but I never spoke about stuff before. And I was taught this is when Jameson Williams was going into year 2 after that weird rookie year with the knee, ACL, all that stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, man, this guy's gonna be so fucking good. Like everyone thinks he's just like a blazer, like he can do more than that. Hurts goes.
David took Smith.
That's stuff.
Yeah.
Tough. But yeah, man.
James, he set it up. Like
yeah,
like that's rough. Yeah, right. So sorry to disrupt you there.
No, you're good. No, I was just saying, just like I just love Jameson Williams, and like I'm bad at myself because I was like, okay, like I was in him in that year, he sucked, and then he got like suspended. I was out, and I was out last year, even though I loved him and he was good. And now it's like, okay, I'm gonna be in on him again this year because I fucking love this guy.
Okay, sorting by ADP here, and then there's my ranks. We'll just go by ADP. So I'm actually kind of in on Zay Flowers now.
I was gonna say that was exactly what I was gonna say.
You see my low percentage, man, and I've been banging the table the entire time. He was a terrible pick from 40 to 47, and then he needed to be mid-5th. Like at mid-5th, I think he's a good pick, but up here, like when you have to sacrifice a Jameson Williams, a Xavier Worthy, a Devonta Smith, a giant spike week player, right? Or an elite quarterback, or Hampton, or James Cook, who was going down there, Kittle. Like, I think that's a massive difference than like Cortland Sutton, Ridley, DK Metcalf, Hunter. Like, and Hunter is just about the new news, right?
Yeah. You want a hot take from me?
What's that?
I'd probably put Zay Flowers up right behind. I'd put him right next to DJ Moore and Tet. Like I do. I fucking love Zay Flowers, man. I love Zay Flowers. So I think I love where he's going. But I would take him as high as the like late 30s, to be honest. I think he's that kind of guy. I think he's gonna be the absolute man this year. I also love it. Like I like Aaron is now you're now Aaron's profile picture. I'm finally out of there. BBG's finally out of there. It's your turn to bear the brunt of Aaron Sandy's profile picture.
It's all good. It won't.
It's funny, dude. So fucking Aaron, his Twitter profile picture is still me. It's that Panthers one with the glasses on, with my blue light glasses on for the 24-hour live stream, and I'll just like see him like replying to like a Politico post, and then I'm like, dude, somebody's gonna fucking like just they're gonna click on your profile, and they're like, if whatever political thing you're responding to, and then they're gonna see my face, and they're gonna think that's you, but it's me. And then they're gonna like roast me. They'll be like, "Oh, you're fucking ugly," something like that. And it's like I'm catching his strays because Aaron's getting in the weeds in fucking politics. Yet I'm his fucking profile picture.
That's hilarious.
So like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm not huge on Zay Flowers, by the way, but like, I think he's fine here. Like, I really think he's fine in this range. And to be honest, like everything, and I talked about this with Bendels yesterday. So Dirty P sent me a thing. It was RotoViz with Justin Herzig. It was one of the things I missed. But Herzig was talking about something that BBG mentioned, and something that I've actually done. Like whenever I take the mega stack for Burrow, like just taking him at the 5th round, like every once in a while, like it feels like there's a giant tier break there if like some of those guys are gone, and I will click him here and there. And that's something Herzig was talking about, how we're too confident about like people getting upset about him like trying to push Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And would you rather have 3 teams or 1 team? Right?
This has got to be Addison, right? Game stack week 17, Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm not worried about the 3-game suspension, especially with this going on.
Yeah.
I love Addison. Like, if he wasn't going to be suspended, I would take him over DK Metcalf.
Look at ladies first team. Ladies first starting with freaking Genty Henry. A lot of RB draft capital for ladies first.
Maybe they're done.
No, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not done.
We hope they're done.
We'll see. We'll see.
Actually, like I love the running backs that come back here in the 7th, though.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go through the team real quick for the audio people. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, and Brock Bowers. Very solid all the way through.
Mm. How much best ball content do you consume even after you think? What I'm asking is, do you consume less content since streaming? Because I found myself the more I've streamed, the less content I consume. I feel like because I'm just talking about it.
Not really, and it's a problem at the moment because I need to start doing like some shorts and some edits and stuff. And so I have ADHD, which I've mentioned before, and if any noise is going on anywhere around me, I cannot focus on actually doing work style stuff. Like a draft, I can do that.
Yeah.
But to actually like sit down and do something, I have to have complete focus. I'd have to shut everything off.
Mm-hmm.
So I do need to start taking a little less, but I think that's like listening to what more successful people are doing, because I wasn't successful last year with it.
There was I.
Tony Pollard is the last of the running backs here.
Yeah.
Or we just dive deeper in.
Dude, let's fucking
Who do you want?
I never know what to do. You pick, because I don't know what to do. I never know what to do when I'm at this. I would go I would probably go Diggs, bro.
Okay.
I think I'd go Diggs. Go Diggs, man. I like Diggs a lot. He could seam up too. It's like,
I think so too.
First preseason game he gets in, he sketches a fucking touchdown. It's like, oh, this guy's gonna go up 2 rounds.
Yeah. And I mean, my favorite click on the board, like one of them is Drake May. So like,
yeah, I'm Drake May. Yeah.
The things that are going on in this room, it's honestly not that weird yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll see what this drafter does here. Okay, it's
Baker.
No, just securing the Baker stack with Mike Evans. Like, there's nothing. Okay. They're probably going to go like Igbuka here, or probably right. If they wanted both of them, they have to take one of them, and they got the stack right. So the week 17 game stack. So, ladies first knows, like, I believe that they're building intentionally, which is a good thing.
I'm pissed my underdog name isn't ladies first. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
BBG should change his underdog name to ladies first.
Yeah, he
fight the allegations.
Well, he's got to make a decision, right?
Yeah. I think he had a second date yesterday. I don't know how that went. We'll see. We also learn tonight. I wonder. Table Tower is like. I don't know what the vibe's going to be tonight. I truly don't. I'm really kind of looking forward to how that whole thing plays out, because last week I could sense a storm coming. We got in the pre-show. I'm like, okay, here we go. But I don't know this week. I don't know. I'm kind of been left in the dark and a lot of chatter and a lot of communication between the boys this week. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they like me anymore.
But yeah, talk about content again. Like, for some reason, it's not popping up, like, because I'm supporting everybody in the community, right?
Yeah,
like,
of course, yeah.
So, like, all of those streams are popping up, which is great. But the other ones, like, I really like the Ben Gretsch, Michael Leone projection series.
Yeah.
And it hasn't popped up for me, and I actually haven't been able to find the video. So I'm going to have to go search for it.
Right. Fuck.
I mean, I'm not against it. I don't think it's the right move.
We don't have to.
No running backs are here. We could be done if we do it, though.
Fuck. Looking at Mooney after ADP.
It's either that or like Fields, right?
No, we're not going Fields over Mooney. This is just go Mooney and be done.
Yeah, I think Mooney and be done. Like, this is essentially like it's hero RB to a T.
Another QB out. Another QB out too. Gives another QB out.
And a fantastic Week 17 game.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes ended up going before us. That would have been a pick if Mahomes was here. We almost have to take a quarterback with the next pick. Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
We might take a running back. Honestly, though, it's like, yeah, we have one running back, but it's like it is Jameer. And it's like if he sucks anyway, it's like you can only need to find like now 5 other guys for a second spot in theory. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
since we went 6 wide receivers in a row, like that should be our flex, right? We shouldn't be hoping for a running back in the flex on this specific team. So
we don't have to worry about tight end. We're good there. It's like, if we can just figure out the running back position and just get our stacks, like that's all this team can ask for. It's just if we can figure out, let's fucking dive in the weeds on these goddamn running backs. Who's gonna be this year's fucking Chase Brown? Who's gonna be this year's, Achan from a couple years ago? Like we're gonna find that guy, and I feel gonna do that.
Why am I gonna want to bookmark this draft? I'm just curious.
Yeah, who said that?
Cooper Kupp falling here.
We don't have any Bears. I like ETN. ETN's the highest upside guy in this range, 100%. I think we just have to do it. I know you don't like him. I can see you don't like him. I like him.
I'll do it. But man, like
if we're going for upside, like he's the you're gonna go Tracy or Scadaboo. It's like
Scadaboo is.
I don't think he's at the upside. I go ETN. ETN here.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Like I hate the price of him. Like if it was up to me, I wouldn't take him. I still wouldn't take him before Tootin.
Oh yeah, no, I'm completely,
absolutely,
I'm completely disagreeing with that.
Right, yeah, which is fine. Like we took him, it's fine. Like he does. Like we know we want pieces of the Jacksonville offense, right?
Yeah.
So
you got like a Debo, my Debo exposure for E10. You really fucking hate this guy.
Yeah, I have less Debo than that.
Oh, do you? So you're in on the Debo thing with me? Hell yeah! Welcome to the club.
I've actually recently moved Debo up a couple spots. I had him at like 86. I've moved him to like 75.
Okay, yeah.
But it's mostly because I have like 11% Jaden Daniels, and I don't want every Jaden Daniels team that's not McLaurin to just be Zach Ertz. Like,
yeah, with Jalen Lane. Noah Brown.
They're free. Like
they are free.
So
they are free.
And another like Jaden Reed, I'm also pretty light on. I'm massively into Matthew Golden over Reed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Travis Etienne thing, like man, I was Tank Bigsby over Etienne pre-draft. So like the fact that Etienne's the one moving up, like. Just boggles my mind.
Etienne's the man. He's the best running back in that room by far.
What's Etienne done when he wasn't a volume sponge?
Dude, he was the man for before he got hurt in 23, he was like the RB2. The literal RB2. And now he's like in a good offense. Like not this Press Taylor freaking halfback dive ass offense. Like Cohen's gonna be creative at like gonna use him to get him the ball. Like I still think it's like I think Tank might be the one. I just don't believe that like Tootin's gonna come in and just be the man right away. It's like he's a 4th round pick. It's a 4th round pick, and it's like I think the GM wanted it more than Cohen wanted him. Cohen wanted fucking Harvey. Like I don't know, man. I'm not convinced that Tootin's gonna come in and be we know he's fast. He's like he also fumbles the fucking ball a lot. So
yeah. I agree. I mean, that was indisputable. And I didn't like I had a ton of Tootin before he ran his 40. Like I was like 15, 16% back then.
Yeah.
So
we can still get Scadaboo here. I don't want to jinx it, but
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Charbonnet too.
Yeah, QB too.
I think this is what we need.
Yeah, I think
if he's here, I think we just have to take him, right?
Yeah. 22%, Scott. This is fun looking at Bestball overlay, and it's not mine. Like, okay, go May,
yeah,
Drake May,
22. It's actually up. This is from yesterday. I'm up to 25%.
Jesus Christ! How many drafts have you done overall? You don't have to say it. Sorry, I don't know.
It's of this style.
Just
After
give me
the-
your
after-
25 season, not
Yeah,
Superflex.
25 post draft season is 180, I think.
Okay. Yeah, what am I at? I'm at like
And
one.
I'm at 109 Superflex.
Yeah.
And
Hey, we're the same then, man. I'm 164, 25 season, 114 Superflex, and then 9 Eliminator.
I've got 42 eliminators.
Dude, I need to draft more Eliminator.
I've got 77 drafters minis.
Oh, yeah. You're drafting. Yeah, you're a multi.
I don't multi-table either. Like
I don't multi-table. I can't multi-table. I hate it. I hate multi-table.
I did multi-table the 13 German Shepherds all at once because it was closing.
Yeah. I'm trying to better my life. I'm not saying I'm not roasting you at all. I'm just saying like I'm trying to better my life because I used to care like, oh my God, I need to max this contest. Like it's like, like the pit bull's open. It's like, what I don't want to do is like spend $20 on a pit bull when I can just spend it on BBM. It's like, I'm going to spend $20. I'll spend the 25 on BBM. And I get the advance rates pretty good, but it's like also too late. I just don't feel the need to max every contest. Like I've done maybe 4 poodles. Like if I only get 7 in, I only get 7 in. Like I don't feel the need to max the poodle. Like maybe I should, I'm not doing the right thing, but it's like, guess what? I'm going to draft my Superflex teams and fucking max that thing before anything else.
I mean, I'm like doing the least amount of BBMs of probably any contest.
Yeah. How many do you think you'll do this year?
Basically, I'll just do them with guests, I think.
Yeah.
Is
it Goff? It's got to be Goff.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
It's Ramondre. Ramondre's a stack, but I think it's Goff. Go Goff. And then now we hammer RB and hopefully we get it. Yeah.
We got the double stack there and the bring back.
Yes,
so like,
exactly. Yes.
Like there's no reason to not do it. And I have like no Goff as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but no, I totally get what you're saying. But you're also quite a bit younger, and I have like I still go out and visit family and friends and all that whenever they're available. But everybody my age has kids doing things, right?
Yeah. I feel it. Everyone my age has a fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, except BBG.
Except BBG. Yeah,
he's not my age though. He's old as shit.
My word. Oh, that was nothing compared to what I did last year.
What did you do last year?
It was like 1,300 drafts.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah.
I didn't do that much last year. I was
it was a lot. But I multi-table. I did really bad.
Fuck.
I mean, so I had 25% Jalen Warren, which is just bad. I had 23, 24% Jonathan Brooks because he was supposed to come back week 6.
Yeah.
And then I was overweight I was double the field on Ayuk, over 20% on Rashee Rice. So like all those players just got toasted. So
I did 723
I don't know
drafts. I did 723, not including like the Eliminator, Marathon, or Weekly Winners, which is like 40 combined. But I kept track of my advance rates through every week or like every whatever. So post week 14. So going into the playoffs, just teams that were like playoff eligible, I advanced 24.7% of my teams, which is pretty good through all the contests. So so that's including the big bowl where you get 3 and little bowl where you get 3 in. But then some of them was you only get 1 in. So I would say actually like a good advance rate would have been like somewhere around like maybe 18%. Somewhere in there.
It's 16.7, I think.
Yeah, but I'm talking about because I drafted a lot of teams that had 3, where the top 3 get in, but like the big board and little board stuff. So I would say like 18% probably would have been like the average, just considering the big board stuff. But yeah, I felt really good with that advance rate. The only problem was post week 15. I only advanced 24 teams in week 15 out of the 179, 13%. Not good. That sucked. All right, we got to go RB here. Yeah. If we're looking for points, is it Rachaad White?
I'm very in on Rachaad White this year.
I like Rachaad White. Go Rachaad White here,
especially in rooms like this.
Yeah,
like I would probably take Rachaad White over Travis Etienne straight up.
Okay, that's fair. I like Rachaad White, and people called me a madman for liking Rachaad White last year. Granted, he was going a lot higher, but
Yeah. I mean, but he ended up paying off. The problem
he
is
did.
the people around him that you should have been taking were the winners in Lad and BTJ. Like that.
Yeah.
That's how it hurt. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So like last year, I literally had like the nut low advance rate. It was like 8 or 9%. The
Mm.
year before that, I discovered best ball. I only did like 70 drafts, but I had like a 32% advance rate.
Yeah.
But last year, I got hammered with injuries. Like I had some bad takes too. So, and like Deontay Johnson, I had like 16% Deontay Johnson. And if he didn't flake out, like that was going to work out,
Yeah. I have
So
my
like,
20. I have my 23 advance rates too. 503 total teams. I advanced 17% out of into the playoffs of those 500. 19 of my 90 advanced though, which is pretty sick. And then I wrote in here post week 16. So for the finals, I literally wrote one fucking team advanced, fucking George Pickens and fucking Amari Cooper, which I had none of.
yeah, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
I had like 30% Pacheco that year and like 15%. Actually, my
Tyler Algier would be my
yeah,
suggestion.
I think this is a fine team for it.
I'm glad you got double digit Algier, who aims because history is going to remember who was on the right side of Tyler Algier in 2025.
I mean, I'm also 12% Bijan. I just think the Falcons offense.
You can draft both. Just take one every draft. Take one of the other every draft. It's a great strategy.
Yeah, I was actually surprised I have that much Algier. Honestly, like I feel like I'd never click him.
It's such a good pick.
Because I love the Rashad White click, and I love the Eckler click. Like I have 14% or White, and because Eckler goes around later, and I love Jaden, I have like 18% Eckler or something.
Sheesh.
Just because the way I'm building rooms, like number one, I'm taking a lot of Tootin.
Yeah.
So, and I'm taking a lot of like Omari and Hampton and Judkins. So Eckler gives you like guarantee, like he's just like Rashad White, where he's got a role on that offense.
Yeah.
He's guaranteed. Like if you have early rookies, or you're planning on or you want to be able to take Taj Brooks or Jarquez Hunter in the last rounds, like Eckler's a perfect piece to fit into your team to allow you to do those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I that year when Pacheco got hurt that week, I ended up having like no running backs going into that semifinals. Like I did 25 BBMs that first year, and I had 2 of them advance to the semifinals.
There you go.
On a 25. And then last year I did 150, and I advanced 9 out of literally 9 of the 150. It was that's one reason I'm not going to do any this year.
Something to Liam too, right? Didn't Liam not maybe I don't remember what exactly what he advanced.
He advanced 20, which is
it's 20.
Yeah, he advanced 20 of them.
Gotcha. And he advanced he had 2 finals teams though, right?
Yeah, he got 2 in the finals, like the actual
crazy,
finals.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because of the way, like number one, pod luck matters, right? Like, and the whole 1 of 13, 1 of 16 thing, like, isn't really for me. Like these 1 of 6, 1 of 5s, like that's why I want to max all these poodles and everything come out. I did the math the other day. I know math is absolutely your thing, but we have
that one hurt.
$3,750, right? Like you can max, like not that these are good contests, but you could max weekly winners, eliminator, and a puppy, all for that. So you could do 3 times the drafts. Yes, you don't have the chance at the 2 million, but I'm here to play the game. I really enjoy the game. So do we want to go another tight end? Do we want to lock up Geno as a third quarterback?
What's his ADP? 1-0.
It's right here.
Yeah, if we're gonna go Bowers, probably going 2. I go Geno. Yeah, I'd vote Geno here.
Yeah, I mean 2 week 8 buys, but I think that's fine. Get it for the playoffs.
Yeah.
We need. I'm fine tacking on 2 running backs in the last round.
Yeah.
Probably
So what,
7 running
three?
backs, right? A 3-7-6-2.
We could go 3-7-7-3 too. Or no, sorry, that's super flex. I'm so used to
Yeah.
saying super flex. What 3-6-7-3? Is that the right math there?
Well, we decided we
Yeah.
were going to stop at 6 wide receivers because we
Yeah.
took.
But do we need
So,
7? Do we need 7 on a team that has Jameer for running back?
I mean, if we have the extra dart, I would say I kind of like a
I don't.
couple
I'm
of
just saying. I
these.
don't. I think 3-6-7-3. Like we still got like who do we get? Who's our second RB again? ETN.
Yeah, and
Just draft like we're right. Like ETN just hits the nuts. Like we
I
go.
mean,
We have Gibbs, ETN, Algier, and who? That's it.
Rashad
And
White.
White. Yeah, I think that's a fine. Like I think it's a fine RB room to be honest. To go 6, like, if we're going 6, we're still spending another capital on it.
I think it's a free pick. Like I think whatever happens, like this is a free pick. It could go however we want.
Yeah, we'll see
So
who's there.
whatever correlation happens and all that. I just kind of like. I don't think there's a chance, and this is just me. I don't think there's a chance ETN's play in week 17.
Oh,
that is me.
That's great.
So, do we want to stack up Hunter Henry, Brenton Strange?
Yeah, Henry's good. Also, Rico, great pick. I feel like too for running back wise.
I mean,
Love Rico.
There's plenty of tight ends here. We could take Rico.
Yeah.
The problem if we take Rico, we won't have like the late round rookie shots if you want. But I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, I'm personally Rico here.
Okay.
Just because it's like I don't know. Do we need a backup tight end when we have Bowers? You know, it's like let's get. We're kind of we need RB. I like the RBs up here a lot more than like the guys after Rico and like after Chubb. Then you're looking at like Lloyd and freaking like these guys like Lloyd and I love Giddens though. Lloyd and like Jarquez. Holy shit.
I have more now.
Yeah.
In all those Puka teams, I was tacking on Stafford and Jarquez.
Yeah.
And
also, it could be me versus you in Jeopardy too. It could be us.
Oh,
you and me.
Yeah. Well, I was saying the other day that, and it's funny because like last night Herzig said this exact thing. But I'm like, I wonder if Tyler and I are going to be at a disadvantage because we've only been doing Superflex, and our ADPs will be all like because I think I know them for the most part.
Yeah,
but at times it's like I don't know. Like I get a little confused on what the ADP is on the different ones.
You better fucking believe that the next time I step into Jeopardy, I'm gonna have every single quarterback ADP memorized. Like where they like I'm gonna be able to say who's QB 23. I'm gonna know it like that. Like I want to win this fucking thing. I kind of went into it like wanting to win. You know, like that emo cowboy match, especially versus him. I really wanted to beat him. But now I'm like watching it and like I don't know what it is. I'm really competitive and I really, really, really want to win this thing. Like, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to better prepare myself to win this thing.
I did zero studying before the last one. I didn't look at any. I looked at nothing.
Yeah.
I don't. If everybody else is going to, I guess I will. But like, I
don't think anybody else is going. I think it's just gonna be me. I think I need it to get.
Bendel said he absolutely studied.
Oh, did
he? Yeah. And maybe that was just to me, but like,
I mean, you could also give me the bye weeks, and I wouldn't be able to do the fucking math. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
I can know all the bye weeks, and I'd still not get a single question right in that category.
I think the earlier people that played in it, obviously, were going to look the worst by far because we just done less drafts. Mm-hmm. So the earlier you done it, the worse you were going to be because you didn't. Number one, you didn't know what to expect. Yeah. But number two, I think I was in the second episode. Like, so it just makes sense that since we did less drafts by that point, that my overall point total and that Schneid's overall point total is going to be a lot lower than the people who have done 200 drafts by the time that, like I'd done like 40 drafts by that time, you
Yeah.
know, like whenever the other person has done 200 drafts, like they should know the things a little more,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and I mean there are some like market moves and all that stuff that will affect things, and you have to pay attention at all times to know those. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so Britton Strange does not work because that's a by week 8.
It's a I don't know. It's tight. It's tight end. You know.
Right, but this is
It's a huge fall though. If he falls 23 picks, you're not strange there.
Yeah, I guess we could be.
I'm just saying I don't care about the bye week so much for like for
Okay.
tight. He goes anyway. I like Giddens, man. But Giddens, I like Sanders too, though. Sanders could be the upside pick. Giddens too, but I don't know.
It's up to you.
I'm good with either. You decide. You decide. I'll go with Taylor too. I like Taylor.
I think I like Taylor here because we don't have any bring back here, and Bowers can absolutely like Mason Taylor. Even if he starts slow by week 8, he should be doing something, and we really just need him for the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and I actually really like a lot of these running backs down here. I know the exposure doesn't show it, but I made a case the other day because I went into Big Draft Energy's channel. He invited me on randomly, and I made the point that like everybody's drafting like all these backups all over the place, and Jess Liam was talking about it all the time about how like some of these running backs, like the second one's not being drafted, but he never mentions Cincinnati, and like I have zero faith that Zach Moss is going to do anything.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of in the mode of let's just take Taj Brooks in the 17th every draft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't we want to be involved in that offense? Like, the price of winning that bet is huge.
Yeah.
Right.
100%. Yeah. I wonder. There's not any more free agent RB dominoes to fall, is there? Is there anybody? No. Dalvin Cook?
Ezekiel Elliott?
Zeke? Dalvin Cook?
So, like, that's something that I've been doing quite a bit is just smashing Taj Brooks in, like, the last round or two.
Yeah.
As this is, I mean, I think that's a fantastic pick. I mean,
I like Sanders.
We could just get Sanders here. If not him, like Rashard Smith, those are my rankings. Marshawn Lloyd, Rashard Smith. I still haven't drafted Blake Corum.
Let's go Sanders because the reward for getting that one right is so huge in the round 17. It's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So our team right now, like we got three quarterbacks all stacked. Pretty solid running back group. Like
considering how we started, I agree. Yeah. One guy in the top 100 picks.
Yeah. And then this feels fine. Rashid Rice, JMO, Zay Flowers, Addison, Steph Diggs, Darnell Mooney. So do you think we need to add another? Like, I think we could add any of those three positions.
I'd go receiver personally. I think our running back room is fine. Like, I just don't know how much one of those guys is going to change it for us. This guy down here could actually give us like some usable weeks, and receiver is the most important position. It's like, I don't know. I think like obviously
our receivers are perfectly stacked with buys too.
Yes, that's nice too. I agree. Yeah,
by accident, not on purpose. No. So we have. I'm not like I don't really take Isaac Test. I took him at my very first BBM, and like I don't think I've taken him in any draft since.
Yeah,
and I'm not in on Dante Thornton, which is funny because our other team had him.
Yeah, I know you like Coker. You like Coker?
Yep,
Coker's the man. Keenan, I don't know what it is, dude. I love clicking Keenan down here. It's like a last guy. Like he's going to get signed. He's not quitting. He's going to get signed.
Especially if your team doesn't need a guy here.
Yeah.
Right? Like if your team doesn't need a guy, why would you not? Tutu, somebody I've been clicking a little more. Adonai Mitchell, I click quite a bit now.
Love AD.
And Ray's fun.
Oh yeah. Love Ray. I click Ray too.
And this is my scroll down option.
Yeah,
I got
I'll
5.5%.
never take Turpin. Never.
We even have team correlation there.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. I really think Turpin has, if Dallas's offense actually explodes like people expect, it's not going to just be CD Lamb and George Pickens. They're going to
Mhm.
bring along another player with them. And I think Turpin's skill set is quite a bit different than anyone else's. Like Jalen Tolbert kind of gets covered up by the other two, I think. Like
Yeah.
the things he does, I think it's covered up by the mix of those two players. So
Yeah.
and I think Turpin is a completely different player. Which one? Like I think we get our choice. I know
I like
you're king of
Keenan. I'm probably Keenan over Coker here, to be honest.
nice.
Just because it's like in this contest too, where it's like as soon as he signs, and if he signs to a good, like this is where Nick Chubb was going, and now Nick Chubb goes like 3 rounds higher, and it's like receiver's gonna be a little different too because people are gonna be so hungry for that receiver stack. It's like if he goes to Arizona, or so like he goes back to the Chargers, Steelers, it's like he's gonna immediately become like a Pittsburgh thing. Everyone's gonna want like, dude. I just think like the reward, like he even goes later now than he did. I think because I think
He
people thought
does.
he would get signed. Like he goes
Because
later now.
you used to have to take him in the 16th.
Yeah, man. It's like this is
And
the cheapest you're ever gonna get him.
every 2 or 3 weeks that went by, he dropped around. And I wasn't taking him in the 16th. I started clicking him a little on the 17th, and in the 18th, I'm just fine with it.
Yeah.
I still think that there's a decent chance he doesn't sign anywhere. I know that Emo and I talked about that, and like I know that his agent kind of leaked out to teams that he's just kind of waiting until the training camp stuff's all over to sign.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of like he's not come out and said it, but it sounds like he doesn't want to play somewhere that's cold. But he also probably wants to play somewhere he thinks he has a chance to win.
Arizona, baby. Go to Arizona. Change your life for the better.
Did you hear my take on the random spot nobody's talking about that I could see him going?
Let's hear it.
San Francisco.
Fuck yeah.
To just ruin all the Juwan Jennings and Pearsall shares out there.
Yeah, right. What about man? What about yeah, no, I was just like the Texans. No, certainly like those Southern teams, California. It is funny that the Chargers like we'll take Mike Williams back, but definitely not Keenan Allen.
I mean, let's say that the Dolphins trade Tyreek and then just signed him.
They can still sign him anyway. They don't have a third guy right now.
No. All right, we're gonna go through the team. We got a 3-6-7-2. Drake May, Jared Goff, Geno Smith, very solid. Running backs: Jahmyr Gibbs, hero running back; Travis Etienne, Rashad White, Tyler Algier, Rico Dowdle, Miles Sanders. Not like to me, that's just a bunch of dudes to try to fill in the number 2 spot with Gibbs. I know you love Etienne. I'm fine with it.
Trust.
Hey, that's what I did. We took him. Then Rashee Rice, we got the slide from like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy. Like this is a BBM, so that's actually awesome.
Yeah.
JMO, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Steph Diggs, Darnell Mooney at his old ADP as well, and Keenan Allen. Then Brock Bowers and Mason Taylor for the bring back. I think it's a very solid team.
Very solid. I like this team a lot. If we hit on one of those RBs, God forbid, Bijan goes down like week 1 after the season, money.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even need to be that. Like we just
Bucky Irving out. Yeah,
we just need one of these guys to score 10 points each week. Like Gibbs, 14 points a week or whatever. Like, and then one of these guys score 10 points a week. That's all we need.
Yeah.
So we'll go here. I know you said you could only do one draft today. So go ahead. I'm sure everybody that's here knows who you are, but shout out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, go sub PPR Tyler. That's all I got. And then obviously Tyler Tower tonight. As long as Who Hames is not streaming. If he's still streaming, stay here. But if he's not, we're streaming at 6 p.m. Central That's why I gotta go eat dinner before the stream starts. So 6 p.m. Central
Okay.
on BBG's channel. On BBG's channel start. We're gonna do one BBM, then we'll transition over to Typhal Tower. Also, shout out to BBG made a sick thumbnail for tonight for Typhal Tower. So I just want to say he's putting in the work, dude. That thumbnail definitely didn't. I don't know. That could have taken a long time because I think it's a really, really well-crafted thumbnail. So I just want to give BBG his flowers for that because it's a very good thumbnail that he made tonight. So he's locked in. He's as fresh as ever. We're gonna. I'm just tune in because you're working. It's either gonna be toxic or it's gonna be just like the worst stream you've ever seen. But either way, you're not gonna be able to take your eyes off it. So make sure you tune in at 6 p.m. Central, BBG's channel.
All right. Thank you, sir.
We'll see you. Hey, have a good rest of your stream. We'll see you.
Yep, for sure. All right, everybody. I think we're going to. What do you guys want to do? I have a couple poodles left. We could do a poodle. We could do a super flex. I'm fine with either. Let me see if this works. I think this will work now. Is it working? I assume it's working. Yeah, I didn't realize. Okay. Yeah, so whenever I switch audio things, it automatically switches to mute for some reason. So that is something I just learned. All right, we will do Poodle Superflex. We'll go over the poll real quick. We got 32 votes on the poll. Is taking a 50% stand on Puka in the Poodle? What am I? 50% says mad scientist. 22% says crazy. 25% says genius. And only 3% said toast. I expected it to be can't hear me now. Cannot hear you now. Is he trolling? Okay, yeah, he's trolling. I figured Disbanded was trolling a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so we got type it in Poodle or Superflex real quick. I'm fine with either. I've only got a couple more Poodles, but won't really be able to draft the next couple days. So there is that. So we had one vote for Superflex earlier, and we got a vote for a Poodle here. We will. All right, it's 1-1. I'll give you guys a few more minutes, or about a minute to vote. Thanks everybody for coming out. I will probably. Yeah, this will be my last draft. So we're doing a Poodle. I'm entering in 10 seconds. Obviously, the 20-second version, not the slow. So if you wanted the slow draft, yeah, I think you are behind Disbanded. Two more to start. Took me a minute to get reset up. We got the 105. You guys know what I'm going to try to do. If David here wants wants to ruin my fun, he can. He has the power. He has the power to ruin my fun with my Puka Sand and the Poodle. We got David here at the 3, Steve at the 8, and King of QC at the 12. Thank you all for showing up. If you were in here and I did not call out your name, let me know. Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I thought maybe you were trolling at first, but yeah. Because everybody else seemed to think that it was fine, and it definitely got me. Justin is in the 9 hole. Oh, King Schuster. Yep. How I know Justin was huge in the Dinger Streets. Are you doing pretty good? I am not. I'm overflowing. Makes me want to Puka. Yeah, but I didn't know anything about baseball. I just downloaded some ranks and just clicked some buttons. And apparently a lot of the people I clicked were injured. So, I mean, it's going to be really hard. I love Bijan. So that makes it easy. We'll go Puka here. We'll do it again. We're going to stay with the stand. We'll see how this works out. And I do really like Puka, and I think his upside is wide receiver 1. I'm not actually super worried about the red zone stuff. I just think that both of them will get several touchdowns this year. I have 35 advance with 19. That is awesome. I figured, because you were all about it, so I figured you were crushing it. Because, like, in all of my lobbies, there's a ton of teams that are just awful. So I'm guessing that most rankings out there weren't very efficient. So if you actually followed baseball, that it was probably a massive advantage. I'm up here in the mountains in Colorado. I did not like. I went to Reno for work for a little while, and I hated being at that elevation because I think Reno sits at 10,000 feet. I'll have fiber is the best. I think people just didn't build well, but I'm fine with that. Advancing don't matter. Need to make yeah, exactly. I'm at 22. I did 13 teams with no idea. I have one team in second and one team in third. If I can get 2 teams of those 13 to advance, I will be ecstatic just to have a chance at something. And by the way, go follow Bestball on Call. He started streaming. He streamed today. Pretty good show. I enjoyed it. He does very early in the morning. Puka and Lad. So one of the things I'm trying to do is get different Puka exposures through this tournament. So we're going to actually pull Bucky up and give somebody a massive deal down here. What's up, Fantasy Football Garage? I'm going to go ahead and shout out everybody who has a channel. Fantasy Football Garage. Steve is Fanspeak Network. And I believe that's it that's in here right now. So welcome, everybody. And give them all a follow if you do not follow them. And to the 27 or the 14 watching on X right now, if you enjoy my content, please consider coming on over to the YouTube side and smashing the sub button for me. It would help out quite a bit. Got several subs yesterday, so hoping to get a couple a day. That would be fantastic. 2 years ago, I did 3 teams in the Dinger and had a tremendous run to the finals. Wow. That's fantastic. Pitchers get hurt like crazy. Yeah, based on what I'm seeing, and just by like kind of looking through my teams, I think you just want to build 8-6-6 in every dinger. Like I just feel like that might be optimal, going 8-6-6. I don't have very much Garrett Wilson. I hate the price. We're going to go ahead and take a share here. Both baseballs didn't fill, so a lot of third place teams should make it. Yeah, my one third place team has more points than my second place team, so I feel pretty good about that team making it either way. And I have a fourth place team that is more points than that, but like the first and second place team are both like almost 8,000 points right now, which is crazy compared. Like no other team in any of my pods has that many points, and two teams in this one pod has that many points. So, been here since 2014. Oh, a cannabis breeder. My language. But yeah, I'm just hoping that I do something like that I get a team to the final. Like if I could get a single team to the finals in that, it'd be fantastic. Just to try to like trickle in some money for best ball. What week, and this is how little I know about it. What week are we even on? Like for Dinger, what week are we on? Because it's a 1 through 17, right? I don't even know what week we're on. You just need two starting pitchers in the finals. Seems like getting pitchers that are healthy is huge. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I'm noticing is that the rankings I used, I will never use again. That's all I'll say. They had a guy, and I knew as soon as I downloaded them they were bad. So I basically just kind of clicked around on like whatever the people that they liked showed up in the ADP frame, I would take them then. But it looked like every player who was injured, they just put way up the board. Yeah, we're going to take Omari and Hampton here. That is a pairing I don't believe I have with Puka yet. My clicking ability is not very good here. Apparently, I have a couple shares of it, but I'm fine with it. I really like Omari and Hampton, so I'm starting to take a lot more elite quarterback when I'm over here, for sure. Okay, so Terry went here, and I'm pretty happy that Terry McLaurin has finally fallen to the right side of the board. Like, I feel like he should be over there anyway, but it makes it really nice because it gives you a reasonable chance to actually get the Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin stack. Like, that's something that's not elusive, like incredibly elusive anymore. I see a lot more Jamar Chase teams get Devontae, Jalen Hurts than they get Burrow right now. And I'm assuming that in most of the teams that if Joe Burrow falls back to them, they don't even take him every time. So I think having both of those quarterbacks is actually going to be weirdly unique. I think here I like the running backs in this area so much more than the wide receivers. I do think I want to take. I don't know. Do I want Chuba here? I think I'm fine with those two. I need a wide receiver. I need a third wide receiver, I believe. A third running back is fine there. But I want to give myself a few more chances at some Cam Ward. I need to start adding a little bit more Cam Ward to my rosters. By that way, the other baseball contest is open. I mean, I don't know anything about, like, I literally know nothing about baseball. So I'm not going, while the football contests are active, I'm not going to worry about it. Like, I knew I was going to max all the big board stuff. So I didn't really worry about, like, I just did a couple dingers to, like, fill in time because I love drafting. Like, it is absolute my pastime. Like, right now, like, it's the one thing that I enjoy for sure. But yeah, so through 5 rounds, we got Puka Nacua, Bucky Irving, Garrett Wilson, Omarion Hampton, and Calvin Ridley. The only reason I ever take Garrett Wilson is to hopefully get a Justin Fields stack. I don't know that that's going to happen in this room, but we will try it. Juwan Jennings has not went yet. There he goes. I have a hard time getting to Juwan Jennings, if I'm being honest with everybody. The ADP for the second half baseball was so bad to start. Nice. There's a guy on Seattle I noticed, Cal Raleigh. I don't know who he is, but I see he has like 900 points for my team. So I'm assuming he's having a good season. That's like my extent of this. I literally have no idea. So I think I go ahead and just take Travion here. Have a much stronger running back room than usual. Like with Puka here and Garrett Wilson and Calvin Ridley, like this might be an 8 wide receiver team. A 5 running back, 8 wide receiver. And in Poodle, I'm much more likely to only go 2 tight ends than in other formats. Because I think you can supplement weeks and like make sure you have a high enough floor by just taking 2 guys in like the 12 to like 11 to 14 range. You can make sure your floor is not really like is decently high. So, and I don't like with the 1 of 6 and 1 of 5, I don't believe you're going to need a massive tight end score to really advance out. And then week 17 is kind of a crapshoot, right? So my thought is 2 tight ends, as long as they're 2 guys like above Jake Ferguson, is probably perfectly fine for this. I only focus on football. Nice. I mean, that's what I focus on. I would love to get Jerry Jeudy here. This would be fantastic. I would be ecstatic for either one of these players. All right. Well, we get Steph Diggs. 2 drafts, 2 Steph Diggs. That feels pretty good. We even got it with Travion Henderson, which I don't know that I have very many copies of that. Why did that not update? Not sure why that didn't update. Hopefully this works. All right. So Steph Diggs with Travion. Okay. I guess I've done it a decent amount. I'm fine with it, though. Way more than you know. What's up, Chad Candles? Speaking of streamers, Chad Candles also has a channel. He streams 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, I believe, most days. We got so earlier this morning, like I didn't want to get out in the evening and I had to grill. So I grilled for breakfast today. I made myself some pork chops and spare ribs. and it was a fantastic breakfast. Much better than a normal breakfast, let me tell you. And I'm super glad I done it because it's like 15 to 20 degrees warmer out there right now. I kind of have a weird rule in drafts. I try to avoid the same buy for the first five or six picks. That way my top guys don't have the same buy. That was a very good strategy in like Eliminator last year because of the way Eliminator last year worked. It's not a bad thing. Like it's not a bad thing at all to do that. Do I trust this room to push Justin Fields? I guess it mostly matters on what I'm giving up. I mean, I'm not going to give up Tony Pollard if that's what it is. But if I think I'm fine doing it here, I'll just make sure I get the Justin Fields. We already have the bring back and Travion and Steph Diggs. As you guys know, I'm not worried about only having the 1 week 17 game. I absolutely will take Drake May at 116 if he's there. That will happen. I promise. Almost have to grill very late. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And since about 70% of all the food I intake is from grilling, like I'm going to start grilling very early in the mornings. Like I have a griddle, an indoor griddle that I cook breakfast on, and then I just about to make some smash burgers. Nice. Yeah, I basically grill once or twice a week and then just eat on that the whole week. It's worked out pretty well for me. All right, so apparently I'm high on Jaylen Warren now. I think this team needs some rookie upside at wide receiver. We will take Trey Harris here. I like that pick. Team right now, we got Justin Fields, Bucky Irving, Omarion Hampton, Travion Henderson, wide receivers. The Puka stand continues. Puka at 5. Garrett Wilson stacked up with Fields, Calvin Ridley, Steph Diggs, and Trey Harris. Very solid start. Fun team. I have a couple backstacking options here too. I got Stafford I can stack with. I got a double stack for the Chargers even. I got Drake May. Feels pretty good. You got a Traeger smoker. I have a smoker that isn't fully put together right now. It's just a gas smoker. I think it's a Pit Boss. It wasn't super expensive, but if you know what you're doing, it doesn't have to be expensive, right? It's mostly like most grilling and food is all about prep more than anything else. So you make sure that you do the prep and then you figure out the equipment. It's going to be good. I have to draft so much tonight. Work has been killing me with 12, 13. Damn. That's how two years ago, I worked. It was 5.11s and an 8 on Saturday it was 19 straight weeks. And we lost a lot of people. But, I mean, the money was really good, but I didn't have time to spend it. And I know some people are like, that's nothing because, yeah, Uncle Sam loved me. Like, and you hear stories from other people, and they're like, oh, yeah, well, we just worked 6/12s. I feel for them. Yeah, so, yeah, it was pretty rough. Glad that that's over. I'm definitely glad that is over. All right, so I said I would definitely take Drake May if he makes it. I might have lied. I might take I might take Rashad Bateman if he falls. I've also moved J.K. Dobbins way up in my rankings. But so Bones here, do you think that? Yes, I do think that they will. Or that is not Bones. That's BMAC. I do believe that they will be. I will absolutely take the value on Rashad Bateman. With the Trey Harris pick, it actually and Omarion Hampton, it actually opens up Justin Herbert as well. So if I can get one of those two players back, I'm perfectly fine with Bateman. You'll be busy. I drive a truck for a living, and we picked up Walmart account. Well, good luck dealing with them. I worked at a Walmart distribution for a while, and I'm just going to tell you, they are very strict with their times, like you getting there and you not being there and all that stuff. Heard some pretty awful stories. Nice. I'm probably going to start doing some drafters content on. Right now, I'm going to do my Saturday evening streams. If I'm able to stream on a Saturday evening, which is going to be just sometimes, I'll be doing it, and I'll probably just do minis. But I think I might try to do some drafters streams during the week at some point as well. I don't know if it'll be an every week thing, and it might be like the first stream of that week. I do it like every Monday, the first draft I do or something. It's a drafters draft. I don't know what I'll do, but for now, I'm hoping to do a drafters once a week, and it's going to be a Saturday night the weeks I'm allowed to. So we did get Drake May back. That feels awesome. Justin Herbert went to pick right before me. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of glad that happened because I don't know which one I would have taken. Herbert would have got me into another Week 17 game, but I kind of like Drake May heads up. So, and I actually have a double stack on both of them. So I probably the lad drafter ended up with him. But yeah, I probably would have taken Drake May either way. So that kind of worked out. I have a pig smoker on trailer with a lift wrench to the lid. Heck yeah. I just have you know what the green eggs are? They have like knockoff ones. I buy one of those every year. I use it enough that I can easily just buy one every year because it's pretty much beat by the time I'm done with it. And I don't have a good way to store it in the winter. So I just buy a new one every year. We took Puka at 5, Al Boogie. What contest do you think it is? There you go. I just answered your question. Al Boogie knows what's up. I love my city, but we don't have good barbecue at all. Oh, sorry, coolers. I took some of the best barbecue though. And people that love smokers and stuff, we'll probably call this blasphemy, but just barbecue chicken, if you do it correctly in a crock pot, is like the absolute best. It's so good. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing this at this rate, but I do need a tight end. All right, thank you for taking him. I'm going to go ahead and take – do I want Goddard? I think Goddard's the pick. I think Dallas Goedert is kind of underrated right now. No, sorry, needed. I just hope. Yeah, okay, nice. Coolers, come try my ribs and pulled pork. Yeah, like I do pulled chicken, but I do it in a crock pot, and it's actually really good. I use honey and maple syrup. You obviously brine it, and then I actually cook it like while it's cooking for the first 4 hours. I cook it in usually Dr. Pepper instead of having water in there, and it makes it incredibly sweet. And I put a bunch of spice in it, so it's got a hot, like it's like a really sweet and spicy thing. It's not like real spicy, but it's got a kick. But it's actually needed because it's incredibly sweet. I'm sure Tyler loves pulled chicken. Urge 45 feet. What? Did I miss? Yeah, that is a slappy ass pick right there. All right, we were just talking about Eckler a little bit ago and how much I like him, especially on teams like this. So we're going to take him here. We got 2 rookie running backs. We have Bucky Irving. I think Eckler fits this room perfectly. So the team right now, we got Justin Fields, Drake May, Bucky Irving, Hampton, Travion Henderson, Austin Eckler, Puka, Garrett Wilson stack, Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs stack, Trey Harris, Rashad Bateman, Dallas Goedert. We have we have the running back for Drake May as well. Then we got a skinny stack with Trey Harris and Omarion Hampton. No QB. Hate the 12 spot when no value falls. Yeah, that is a thing. Like the 1 spot also. I actually much prefer the 12 spot than the 1 spot because of that. Like it feels like you don't require the values as much from the 12 spot. And the 1 spot, you kind of need a value here and there. And by the way, the Steve scares me thing, if you're talking about Ertz, I believe Steve prefers Mike Gesicki to Zach Ertz. And a lot of my drafts that I dislike the most are from the 1 and the 12. I had Sloppy Joe's tonight. Yeah, brown sugar's awesome for cooking for sure. All right, well, we need another tight end. I'm probably going to have to go 3 tight ends here. I know I talked about not doing that early, but I'm definitely good stopping at these 2 quarterbacks. I could just tack on Stafford. If Stafford falls another round, I will definitely take him. We're going to pull up Hunter Henry here. Have yet another stack. Have 3 Patriots with Drake May. Like we have a lot of that 1 game, but we have Puka, Hampton, Ridley that aren't involved in that game, and Trey Harris and Bateman. So Goddard, like we're fine. Just wanted to say that Crocs. Yeah, it really is. I usually listen to you guys while driving. I love Pat Bryant like you this year. I think he's like 2 spot. I think yes. Oh, over Sutton? I don't think he'll be over Sutton. I do think that next year he will be the 1. Hot take. If I remember right, maybe Steve can quote me on that or check this. I think this is Sutton's last year on the contract. I do believe that is true. So RB's here. I just took Yeah, we're fine with Cam Ward as a 3rd quarterback. I know I was just saying that, but it gets us into another game. I feel pretty good even about just these 4 running backs, Bucky, Omarion, Travion, and Eckler. like just adding a fifth, it should be fine. These wide receivers also seem fine. Puka, Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Steph Diggs, Trey Harris, Rashad Bateman. Goddard and Henry, I probably need a fourth or a third. I don't know. I think this is serviceable, especially with the 1 of 6, 1 of 5. My gut is that it's not needed to have a massive week. Like, you just need to be serviceable throughout the season to advance at that position, and then also have a serviceable number in the 1 of 6 and hopefully hit the spike. Yeah, I do think that he should be over Mims. Sutton pissed they won't give him a bigger contract. I don't know that he will do the stuff that like T. Higgins did last year or every year. T. Higgins, always mad that he's not getting paid. By the way, if you're just popping in, please smash that like for me. I will appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoy the content, think about giving me a sub. Nice pick, Justin. I was hoping Bryant would come back to me for this game sack. I feel like there's only like 3 picks at wide receiver I like in this entire area. And for me, it's Thielen, Bryant, and Cedric Tillman. I'll take a share or two of Leggett or Palmer, but I never feel good about those picks. I will mix them in, though. Miles Sanders would be perfect for this running back room as well. And then in the next round, I could just take one of those guys and then tack on a 7th receiver at the end. He's been loyal to Denver, but Sean doesn't. Sean does not care about anybody's feelings at all. Like, literally at all. We're at 29 likes again. That's awesome. We are at 30. If by the end of this draft we can get to 34 likes, I will do a super flex draft as well. It will bleed into Typhel Tower, so I'm not that worried if it doesn't happen. I think making sure I get Miles Sanders here for this room is more important than, like, if I have to stop at these 2 tight ends, I'm okay. I don't love it, but I'm okay. No super flex, do an eliminator. How about this? You can unlike the one person who liked, you can unlike if you wish. We will vote if we get there, super flex or eliminator, and we will do whichever one wins. We will end this poll. It probably isn't going to happen, but next draft, super flex or eliminator. Start poll. Still need 3 more likes by the end of this. We got 2 rounds and then me going over the team to get it. Yeah. I mean, that does the opposite of help, but appreciate it. I do not want to be 2% Chig. Like, that's one reason I wanted to take the Cam Ward here. Like, I like Chig. I really like him this year, but I haven't been finding myself to a lot of Cam Ward. Even though I like Calvin Ridley, like, I generally have my quarterbacks figured out by the time I would take him. So, oh, you voted super flex after saying that? That's kind of funny. That's pretty hilarious. I mean, Eliminator never wins. Like, we put Eliminator up there a bunch, and it's never won. And it doesn't matter what's going on. It's always hilarious because it's like, it's always number 2. No matter what the contest options are, Eliminator's always number 2. Prove me wrong. He plays everybody on his roster. Sean is a liar. Yeah, absolutely. He really does. And that's what you should do as a coach. Superflex will fill first. What are my thoughts on Josh Reynolds? I don't really have any thoughts on Josh Reynolds. That's my thoughts on Josh Reynolds. So did you not mean to? Do you want to click Eliminator? Because I can just do the math in my head as that's what happened. If you wish. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at with it. So this is a time box here. We're already doing some things. We're getting a little weird. We got a Cam Ward share. Let's take Restrepo, have a double stack there with Chig, triple stack. I actually don't know about that. I think that's a little too cute. I do think I think we're going to go ahead and take Adonai Mitchell. I do like the Restrepo pick. I know I've made it. I don't know why I don't have an exposure on it. I know I've taken him. Maybe it's only been in Superflex. But I think I need a player in a different game kind of thing, like on a different team. I already have multiple players on multiple of those teams. I kind of want to be a little like skinnier on my stacks, basically. So, and I think Disbanded somehow got a minute behind as well. And we got there. We got to 34 likes. Thank you, everybody. 3573 once again. Justin Fields, Drake May, Cam Ward, Bucky Irving, Hampton, Travion Henderson, Austin Eckler, Miles Sanders. Wide receivers, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Steph Diggs, Trey Harris, Rashad Bateman, Adonai Mitchell. I like that. I don't know. Do you think Restrepo would have been too thin there? With the third piece on Tennessee's offense? I don't know. And then tight ends, Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, Chig Okonkwo. I don't mind it. So it looks like Superflex is going to win no matter what. We have 15 votes. I'll give you guys 30 seconds to like smash Eliminator. And the opposite happened. I said I'll give you and somebody smashed Superflex. It kind of looks like it's a lost cause. All right, so we will do a 20-second Superflex, and we will enter in 10 seconds. It's not that it's a time box, right? Like, we're not going to get any information on it until the end of this. And Restrepo, regardless of what you think, like, he shouldn't have been a 7th-round pick. He should have went way before that. Him being, like, supposedly being injured, to me, is a big deal. We got 6. We are waiting on 6. Yeah. Waiting on 6. Superflex, 20 seconds. Here's your chance. 16 of you voted. Like 9 of you, probably 10 of you voted. So come on in here. Water's warm. And Steve, I messaged Steve the other day and I told him, and I'll even show you. I had 22 straight Superflexes where I did not get a top 4 pick. Finally got one there. But from here, 1, 2, 3, and you can see by the first team, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 straight Superflexes. I did not have a top 4 pick. That is ludicrous stuff. then I finally got one, and I got 2 in a row. So hopefully I can run a little more pure than that on this stream. I mean, his rise was going to be that low whenever he ran, like that. Whenever they plug in that number that he ran after he, hurt his hamstring during the drills and then still decided to run. Like, was that a bad decision? Probably. That's probably what it was. We still need 3. And the thing about Restrepo is his style of game is all about quickness. It's not about speed. Is he ever going to get like, and he's probably a much worse click for this, for underdog, but in like the 20 round formats that are full PPR, I think he could, like, there's a world where he gets 60 receptions this year. Yeah, but yeah, he wins with quickness on the routes and knowledge of the game. Like, he understands defenses. Like, if you watch his film, he understands defenses. He understands where the holes are going to be and all of that stuff. He's going to his college quarterback. Like, yes, he was an undrafted free agent, but he's going to his college quarterback who already had chemistry with him. And that's already shown in the training camp. There's been positive reports on that. We haven't heard any positivity out of the other 2 players they actually drafted. All right, so we got the 106. Steve's got the 107. Peanut Punch has the 9. And we got the 12 here for David Russell. Is this going to be David Russell's first share of Xavier Restrepo? What do you think? Do you guys think that this is going to be his first share of Xavier Restrepo? I think we talked him into it. What do you think? I get that. I suppose I look at it through the lens of how many pass catchers can a rookie wide receiver support or rookie quarterback support in that offense. That's my take. Well, it's the guy who he supported in college is the big thing in my eyes. So, will we get Joe Burrow? We get Joe Burrow. Thank you, Nazib6991. Maybe not. I clicked him a bunch in the big board. Like, yeah, he's a real football player. Like, and I know you don't want to be like compared to Jarvis Landry, right? You don't want to be compared to Jarvis Landry. That is not what you want. But at the same time, like, Jarvis Landry was a good football player. And to me, Restrepo showed stuff like that. It's kind of weird that he went undrafted, but like, he also refused to run at the combine. So there is a whole, maybe he is actually that slow. But if his quarterback loves him in a time box, I don't mind it. Do I want to click him in a BBM or something like that? Absolutely not. Like, zero chance. But as an 18th round dart that is going to be like under 0.0, like it's going to be like 0.08% owned, like at most, probably like 0.03% owned in these time box contests. If he does anything and he puts up like a touchdown, 7 reception, 60-yard game in the postseason, like, that's a huge leverage point. Not that that's a giant game, but like, he also could be a guy who, because of the way he wins with his routes, he could be a red zone target kind of guy. I mean, that's my take. Is Steve always takes everything nice that I could ever get. I need to stop doing these with Steve in the room. Yeah, like, no, I'm just giving him a hard time. I don't take a lot of Caleb Williams here, but I'm going to on this one. Absolutely agree with that take. Yeah, and like, because he won with suddenness and quickness at the point of like at the start of routes. That's like, yeah, I thought that was pretty good. No. I wanted the game stack. That's I blame this guy right here who took Fields. That's what I blame. And actually, I've been pulling up Drake May over Caleb Williams mostly in this contest. And I'm not saying it's a high probability to hit, but it's if it hits in a time box contest, it's something that like there is a world where he has a 2 touchdown, 40-yard, 8 reception game that gets you, what would that be? That would be 6, 12, 8, 20 points. And that's a big game for a playoff week. And I don't think, do I think that that's very likely? Probably not. But a low owned leverage piece is something to root for in those situations. And I'm not trying to convince anybody to be taking Restrepo. Don't misconstrue this. I'm not saying everyone should be drafting this guy at all. That is not what I'm saying. So I'm just kind of trying to reason out why I don't hate that pick. And I have zero faith in Tyler Lockett. That's the other part of it. We will take Brian Thomas Jr. here. I don't take a lot of the elite wide receivers in this, but we will absolutely do it here. What's up, Pepper Tony? Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. I need to actually come over here and find the Typhel Tower stream to link for after this. I got that done. Hopefully, okay, my sound's off. Good. All right, so yeah, after this, I'll pop the link to the Typhel Tower in. Makes sense given the wide receiver room and the rapport. Right, yeah. If he was just an undrafted free agent that did not play for, if Xavier Restrepo went to the Saints as an undrafted free agent, he would be completely off my board. Absolutely zero chance of drafting him. Since he went to the player who he was very good with in Cam Ward, and if I remember right, Restrepo actually had a reasonably good week at the Senior Bowl. And Senior Bowl success is generally a pretty positive thing. But yeah, this room is destroying quarterbacks. I feel bad for the one hole. Is it smart to stack Lamar or no? I think you want to stack anybody as long as you don't have to give up tiers of players to do so. I would say if you have 20 Lamar teams, you probably want 18 of them stacked at some point. He's not hard to stack, number one. His stacking options are not expensive. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Chase Brown here. And hope that we're just going to see. We're going to hope that a quarterback comes back. Or just one or the other. I'm not taking much Henry, but yeah, I don't think it's that bad. That's an offense that's going to be a top offense in the league. And you're pretty much just guaranteeing that you have every touchdown that offense produces. It's easy to stack Lamar with Zay in this, unless I'm drafting before you when you're trying to get Zay. Yeah. Yeah, in Eliminator, I think you definitely want to stack anybody as long as you don't have to pull people way up. I don't mind doing Lamar Henry teams. It gives me – that's literally what I was saying, I think, probably as he was typing it. That's kind of hilarious. You can't get the elite options, but that's fine. I mean, to be honest, I've had a team or two to where Trevor Lawrence falls all the way back to this side. I didn't think this would be a room to where that would happen. Look at that. We get Cam Ward back. That feels good. It kind of sucks that I got 2 Week 10 buys, but I'm perfectly fine with this. Right now, we got Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, Cam Ward, Chase Brown, and Brian Thomas Jr.'s. And did I say juniors? Yeah, I said juniors with an S. Y'all right, juniors? I was talking about Helm, but Restrepo is another I'll take in the 18th, depending on the contest. And Gunnar Helm's a player that is an incredibly low-owned option that is probably clickable as well. I have about 40 Superflex left. I think I have exactly 40 after this one. I went through and looked at like some of my earlier teams. Some of them felt awesome. Some of them didn't feel that good. To be honest, like I thought that there was – I mean, I have a couple where I have Joe Flacco at 200, so that feels good. I was never in on the Shador stuff, but I heard today on Ship Chasing that somebody in the chat said I think it was on Ship Chasing, but it might have been on Davis Maddox channel, but they were talking that the sidekick now has Shador Sanders in a draftable range, and they were wondering why. I don't know. I haven't heard anything myself. I have 100% Shug in this contest. The Saints feel awesome in this contest. I don't want 100% anybody in any contest. I mean, if you got like, I don't mind doing that in like the Poodle. I've got 60% Puka right now. Like, I think that's fine in like a smaller field contest. I have 100% Jamar Chase in the Golden. Talk about a stand. 100% Jamar Chase in the Golden. Can anybody beat that? All right, we got George Kittle's still here. I think I want one of these guys. It was okay. Got it. I wish. Yeah, Kittle's hard for me to click in this format. With only like, you're probably rarely gonna. Man, like Kittle's such a good pick though. Like I have almost 15% George Kittle in regular style contest. In the super flex, and maybe I need to take a few. Like maybe Kittle was the pick over Mixon there. I think that running back, like if you look at where Kittle goes normal in a normal draft and Mixon, it's like a round difference. And running back is massively more valued in this. So I think that Mixon's the right call, but it's probably actually a toss-up. I like Bowers, McBride, Kittle. Did I show you? I think it was on stream. I did a Bowers McBride team. Yeah, it was on stream. And if Steve is still here, did you ever go back and watch that stream? If not, I will bring up the team because you asked me if I liked it, and I'm like, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. Like I'm not gonna. It's another thing I did that I don't recommend. The Shalps somehow both have 122% Scatterpoo. Running backs are second only to quarterback. Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping DJ Moore came back around. I'm not upset that he didn't. We'll take RJ Harvey here. That feels pretty clear. Yeah, when this draft's over, I'll go back and find it. So yeah, what happened is I took I think it was a Burrow Kyler team, and then I took no, it was maybe it was Bijan. Basically, it was a Kyler Murray team that Brock Bowers fell to me in the 4th round, and there were still like 4 quarterbacks on the board. And I'm like, I highly doubt Geno comes back, but I'll go ahead and take Bowers and see if Geno comes back. And Geno didn't come back, but Trey McBride did, and I had Kyler Murray. So I went ahead and took the double elite quarter or tight end there, and I think I still got Daniel Jones or Shuck like the next round, so I still ended with 3 quarterbacks. It might have been a Bijan team, like a Bijan or Achan or something. But I just remember it kind of worked out in the end. Like, I'm not saying it was a very strong team because the running backs were a little weaker, but all right, so I would love to get Calvin Ridley here. Tyler Shuck is kind of just a value in this. Rome would be a good pick as well. Like, I could pretty much guarantee that I get a guy here. Steve's already got his 4 quarterbacks. He's only got 2 running backs. He'll probably go with one of the RBs here. But if he doesn't, I can always just stack up Cam Ward with Tony Pollard as well. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Calvin Ridley makes it back. I'm perfectly fine with that. I really like Calvin Ridley there. I'm to the point to where I'll click AR in a normal contest in round 18 if I don't have a 3rd quarterback already, almost every time. But if I have to click him in round 17, it feels really gross. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if the rest of you have felt this, but it sure feels like the August drafters have already came in, like the drafters who just take people wherever. Like, it feels like the poodle brought those people out of the woodworks. And every draft I've been in today has been absolute chaos at quarterback position. Maybe it's just the drafts I've been in. I've heard some other people kind of mention it. And I would recommend to be very in on the elite quarterbacks right now because it's starting to become chaos, like absolute chaos. And, I mean, if anybody's ever drafted over on DK, that's kind of what it's feeling like today for me. So, like, the BBM didn't feel that way, but it's also a higher price point, right? All right, so we will take B-Rob if he makes it. If he doesn't, yeah, we'll take Brian Robinson here. The team right now, 3-4-2, Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, Cam Ward, Chase Brown, Joe Mixon, RJ Harvey, Brian Robinson Jr., Brian Thomas, and Calvin Ridley. I'll just take AD in the 17th and make sure that, like, I have AD before I click Richardson. That's the way I'm playing that, if that's what I'm going to do. And I end up with a reasonable amount of BTJ or Tootin. So I really don't mind I have like almost, it's like 22% Tootin or something. So I really don't mind adding on AD Mitchell Richardson at the end or something, like here and there, like if I don't have a 3rd quarterback. Yeah, right, exactly. I just, like, instead of taking a Rich in the 17th, I will take Adonai in the 17th. And then if I get sniped on the A Rich, who is probably a 0 anyway, but if he does play, he's a league winner. I have taken like 3 shares of Taysom Hill in Superflex. In Superflex, I do think it's actually fine because of the 20-round format, and he doesn't have an ADP. If he was being drafted every draft, Taysom, so 238, like he's not being drafted every draft. He's being drafted like a 40, probably a 30, maybe a 30% rate. Here goes Cam Scattaboo right here. Steve-O, don't let us down. Yeah, and Taysom, like, what do you win when you win? You win everything, right? Like, if Taysom Hill is the click that you need, like, he's the click you need. And there is definitely a non-zero chance that that man absolutely destroys. Yeah, we'll take Ricky Pearsall here. Get a week 17 bring back to the Caleb Williams I have going here. But like a lot of the round 20 darts are really ugly in this. So Taysom Hill has 35-point week upside. Will he be available at any point other than weeks like very late in the season? Absolutely not. Like, or most likely not. But if he comes back week 12 or something, yes, he's 36 coming off an ACL tear. Not all ACL tears are made equally, and it sounds like he may actually be able to play this year at some point. So, like, he's not going to play in the first half. I don't have the actual information on his – I can look that up. Later. I can look that up later. But if I remember right, from like a month ago when I looked it up, it kind of looked like he was going to be able to play by like the second part of the season. If he was being drafted in every single draft, I would say he's a terrible pick. But if he's not being drafted very often at all, I think it's a good click because, as we were saying with Restrepo in the time box contest, if you have a low-owned guy that has a potential to do something, that's a huge lever to pull in a finals that is 375 people, right? We were at 40 likes. Somebody accidentally clicked like again. We are down to 39. What's up, Brat? Thank you for stopping in. We are almost done here. I mean, this is actually a draft where I'm willing to take him because I have Cam Ward and it's 20 rounds. Like, I like it a lot more in 20 rounds. Nice. Hey, there we go. And the other guy figured it out. We are at 41. That's awesome. I feel pretty good. This is 3 days in a row, 40-plus likes. Shout out to all of the community. It's fantastic. I stream because I enjoy it. I'm glad you guys also enjoy it. Or maybe you guys just feel really sorry for me, and that's why you're clicking the like. Whatever it is, I'm having a good time. If you feel sorry for me, just type an F in the chat. That way I know. I won't take it bad. I promise. Man, Luther Burden is buried in this. We got a W in the chat instead. But yeah, so we got a stack there. We got Tajay Spears with Calvin Ridley and Cam Ward. We have the Joe Burrow naked right now. Probably just tack on Gesicki. I felt sorry for you before you started streaming. I mean, that makes two of us, sir. I mean, Not really, but I feel sorry for people who think Travis Etienne is a good click. Or I can't get there on Travis Etienne. I know Tyler loved him. Like Tyler was all about him. And by the way, shout out to Tyler. And if you are not, and if you want, here's the link to the Tackle Tower. They are live now. If you want to go over there and support them instead of me right now, that would be fantastic as well. I'm definitely gonna finish this out, and then I'll be over there in their stream. But I can't get that. And shout out to him. Like, loved having him as a guest. It was awesome. I can't get there on ETN, man. Like, I was having a hard time getting on to ETN before the Bayshall Tootin fumbled once stuff started, and they're like, they hate rookies. I will continually say it. They drafted 2 running backs. It's a brand new regime. Like, I don't know how often does a new regime come in, draft 2 players at your position, especially at a onesie position, and that player like is the guy who's getting the vote of confidence. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see that being a thing that works out. Appreciate it, RM covers. Yeah, I just don't see it being a thing that works out. Like, I will click ETN when he's like 6 or 7 picks past ADP sometimes if it fits my team. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I have a really hard time not just also taking Tootin. And honestly, that might be a good thing. Like, I probably need to start doing some 2 Jacksonville running back rooms because, like, if you look at what Tampa Bay did last year, if you took both Bucky and Rachaad White, it wasn't a bad thing, right? Like, that was a pretty positive thing. I'm just not even going to play around here. We're going to – okay, now that Dallas Goedert's gone, if Goedert was there, I would have taken Goedert. But with Goedert gone, I'm fine skipping the rest of these to get that stack. I got Burrow. I had no stack yet. I did have a stack. I had Chase Brown, so Chase Brown had, 54 receptions last year? Yeah, Chase Brown, 54 receptions last year. Under 10 yards a reception, but he had 4 receiving touchdowns. So, like, the whole naked Burrow sniping thing that goes on in the other style contest, I don't consider a Chase Brown drafter taking Burrow a snipe at all. Like, Chase Brown is actually a target in the air. So, what's up, Disbanded? Legendary comment right there. That's fantastic. Yeah, we that made me lose my train of thought. Well, hopefully not. If this is going on, I hope this is also not going on. So, but I wish you the best, sir. I think I want another. I think I'm just going to add a couple late rookie running backs on this team. And I think we're going to have some fun here pretty soon. Like, Hollywood feels like just kind of a clear tier break here. Yeah, we'll go Hollywood. Hollywood seems to not – I have Hollywood as my most exposed wide receiver in Superflex, and it's really weird. I do have a little bit of Mahomes, but I feel like he's a clear tier break from these guys that go around him, right? Like, Hollywood goes before Tillman in the other format. He goes way before Leggett. He goes before Best. He goes half the time around Kyle Williams and Marvin Mims now even, right? But he always in Superflex tends to fall. I don't understand. Like, either the price in Superflex is right and everyone drafting them in the regular style tournaments is wrong, or the other style tournament. And yes, I get it. It's 3 wide receivers versus 2 wide receivers. But that should not affect the range of wide receivers in which you're drafted in, right? So something feels off there. Like, and I'm going to assume that it's right in the other tournament and not right here, because the other drafts is a bigger sample size. So I have a lot of Hollywood, not because I'm a KC fan. That may have a little bit to do with it, not going to lie. But it definitely just doesn't feel right. Absolutely. Get your guys. We were talking about Taysom Hill earlier, but this is way too early for him. This does feel like I need a third quarterback. Miles Sanders here feels pretty good. Yeah, we'll go Miles Sanders, and then we'll add a rookie after that. We already got RJ Harvey. So next round, definitely taking one of these guys, assuming they're still there. I guess Chig would make some sense too. But yeah, so only needing to start 2 wide receivers, having Brian Thomas and Calvin Ridley feels pretty solid. And then like Ricky Pearsall, Hollywood Brown, and then the late season upside of Luther Burden. I'll probably add 2 late wide receivers, but I could end at 6 here. Like, I think I could easily end at 6. I just don't see where I really need help at. So I'm just going to kind of take best player available at this point. Probably throw a random dart at quarterback at some point. And that dart could possibly be, who is the backup in Jacksonville? I can't remember. Nick Mullins should not be the click. I did not realize that Nick Mullins was the backup there. Who knew that Nick Mullins was the backup in Jacksonville? Oh, spicy. Well, I like a good slow. Like, some of the slows are pretty awesome. Hey, all of those players went. They made my decision easy. I'm not going to take Taj Brooks on this team because I have Chase Brown. Mac Jones is a decent click. Yeah, he is one as well that I don't have a share of yet, but yeah, I don't mind him. What else do I have going on? Spencer Rattler is one of my favorite, though, to be honest with you. And I think I know what I want to do. Maybe I go Spencer Rattler, Taysom Hill. Who says no? Who says no to Spencer Rattler, Taysom Hill? I probably say no. I have actually done that before. I've done that on a turn. I had the 12 spot, and I did it at 230 or 228, 229. I did a Spencer Rattler, Taysom Hill stack right there. Winning. Absolutely winning. No, like, how many people are doing that? Who is, right? Dante Thornton goes. Let's look at some of the teams. We got David right here, CeeDee Lamb, Christian McCaffrey, McCarthy, Penix, Marvin Harrison, James Cook, Caleb Johnson, Anthony Richardson. That doesn't feel – yeah, you were forced to take him. Chris Godwin, Hawk, Pittman, Tyler Warren, Eckler, Bigsby, Kyle Pitts, Quentin Johnston, Jerry Slayton, and Dante Thornton. I'm going to assume that you're going to tack on a random backup quarterback as well. I don't know if you plan on it, but I probably would. I definitely need another wide receiver. And I think I'm perfectly fine with just Gesicki and Jonnu, honestly. Tight end scoring is the least. I actually am a big believer in Jonnu for this year. We got, 7 running backs right now? Maybe I don't take the extra quarterback here. We got, I think I like Calvin Austin. We'll take Calvin Austin. I think he's going to have a role early in the season. This will be a Restrepo team, for sure. And then I might end up taking a quarterback at the end. I might not. I feel pretty good about these 3 quarterbacks. If there's a tight end I still like, I'll probably take a tight end. If not, I'm going to throw a shot at. Oh, yeah. Slappies are out. And if somebody wants to take Restrepo, they can. But in Superflex specifically, with Cam Ward, I think it does make a little bit of sense. This is the pick I want next round over anybody else. It's a bring back here, number 1. And number 2, he's an absolute value down here as well. I can't bring myself to do Gadsden. So I know everybody's getting excited about Gadsden, but he was a 5th round pick. And if I remember right, last year the Chargers took a player in the 5th round to where they constantly talked up, or they talked, there was people talking him up early. And then you started hearing nothing after that. And then that player completely folded and was awful. He caught a really sweet swing route, but Gadsden could be that same guy. And this offseason, Jim Harbaugh has done nothing but just talk up his players. Yeah, absolutely. Conklin and Disley are absolute really good NFL and they're solid pros. Conklin is underrated in my opinion, and Disley is a very good blocker. And I just don't trust what Jim Harbaugh is saying, because he's not said a negative word about anybody this entire offseason. So, not that I've heard. And not that I've seen in Coach Peak Index. And if you are not subscribed to Coach Peak Index, I would recommend you go do that. What am I doing? Abort. All right, we will absolutely take Gabriel if he's available. Will Levis is not the click. I know that. Somebody mentioned Mac Jones earlier. What tight ends are left? I think this is a tight end here. This might be a Cole Kmet team, actually. I think this is a Cole Kmet team, honestly. Or a Harold Fannin team. Hola. Welcome to the stream, sir. We are almost done. We have 1 pick to go. We'll go over my team, and then I'm going to find the team. If Steve is still here, I'm going to go find the team, and I'll let him look through it. He's probably listening to Typhel Tower and has me tabbed on the other screen, but I do that stuff as well. I heard great things from Coach Peak on Gadsden. Yeah, but he said great things about every single player on their team. it's kind of to the point that you can't really trust what he's saying because he's saying the same thing about everybody. Bullish cases that Gadsden's dad was in the NFL. Junior did play wide receiver. I mean, that is pretty bullish. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, so we got a 3-7-7-3 here. Not my normal build. Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, Cam Ward. Running back, Chase Brown, Joe Mixon, RJ Harvey, Brian Robinson, Tajay Spears. 2 of them stacked. Miles Sanders and DJ Giddens. Wide receivers, Brian Thomas, Calvin Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, Hollywood Brown, Calvin Austin, the slappy pick of Xavier Restrepo, and then Jonnu, Gesicki, and Komet at tight end. I think this is a solid team. Hey, thank you, sir. We are going to go find that other team real quick, and then we will finish the stream. It was it this? Was not that one. I believe it was this one. Yeah. All right. So it was a 4-7-7-2. It was Brock Bowers and Trey McBride, both after ADP. It also had Restrepo, by the way. Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence. So we got that stacked. And then we struggle week 8, but we got Tyler Shuck and Zach Wilson. Bijan, James Conner, Cam Scatteraboo, Ramondre, Bashal Tootin, Rashad White, Taj Brooks. We got the triple stat. We got the Marvin Harrison with Trey McBride as well. Chris Olave with the stack. Kyle Williams, Cedric Tillman, Thielen, Calvin Austin, Restrepo. We didn't get any stack with or we got the Bashal Tootin stack with Trevor Lawrence. So I don't know. What do you think, Steve? I'm not saying I love it, but it didn't turn out awful, right? Like this kind of, I had to take somebody. The week 8 I will struggle. I need Chuck to put up respectable points that week. But all in all, I feel like the team is reasonably strong. We got Connor, Harrison, and McBride with Kyler on that team. Sibling rivalry coming up. Absolutely. That is in 8 minutes. For those of you who do not know the sibling rivalry, I will link that as well. I put the Eiffel Tower in just a minute ago. The sibling rivalry is Steve and Meg Schaup for Fanspeak Network. We are almost here. I guess if I type in sibling rivalry, all kinds of things pop up. That is not the way you want to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Because of the bye weeks on that as well. All right, here's the link to the sibling showdown. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I will see everybody probably Saturday night. Have a great night. Peace.